Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Today, I want to talk about something that can completely change the way you view your health. Did you know that up to 95% of the diseases we face today may originate in the gut? That's right. Our gut can be the key to incredible health or a nightmare of problems. And who discovered this? None other than Dr. Hiromi Shinya, one of the most respected doctors in the world, known for his natural and effective methods to heal even the most severe cases. Stay with me until the end of this video, because today I will reveal which foods you should avoid, how to take care of your gut, and how these changes can transform your health. This could be the action that changes your life. And before we continue, tell me in the comments, have you ever had health problems related to the gut, such as bloating, constipation, or heartburn? Where are you watching this video from? I want to know how these tips are reaching you. Dr. Shinya called the gut the body's brain, and for good reason. Did you know that 70% of our immune system is there? That's right, the gut is the command center of our immunity. Moreover, it houses more than 100 trillion bacteria, known as the gut microbiota. These bacteria are responsible for a range of essential functions, from digestion to vitamin production and mood regulation. When this microbiota is in balance, everything works fine. But when it gets out of whack, well, that's when problems start. One of the biggest villains is dysbiosis, which is the imbalance between good and bad bacteria in the gut. And the consequences? Chronic inflammation, digestive problems like bloating and constipation, and even a drop in immunity. It's as if the body leaves the door open for diseases. And the worst part is that often these problems are silent. You might not feel anything wrong in your daily life, but deep in your gut, a war is happening. And this can manifest in things like fatigue, low immunity, and even skin and mood issues. And what causes this imbalance? Often it's the foods we put on our plate. Here's the blacklist: refined sugars, white flours, refined carbohydrates, ultra-processed foods, processed meats, and pasteurized dairy products. These are the biggest enemies of your gut. Refined sugar, for example, feeds bad bacteria, creating an inflammatory environment. Ultra-processed foods are full of additives and preservatives that overload the liver and harm the microbiota. Avoiding these foods is already a huge step towards improving your health. Now, the good news. There are foods that are true heroes for the gut. Leafy greens like spinach and arugula are rich in fiber and antioxidants, which help nourish good bacteria. Natural probiotics like natural yogurt, kefir, and kombucha reintroduce good bacteria into the gut. Fiber-rich fruits like papaya and apple help regulate intestinal transit and reduce inflammation. And let's not forget seeds and nuts, which are incredible sources of soluble and insoluble fiber. Combining these foods is like giving your gut an upgrade. But it's not just what you eat that matters, but how you eat. Dr. Shinya advocated for proper chewing. Chewing each bite 20 to 30 times facilitates digestion and prevents those annoying bloats. Another valuable tip: avoid drinking liquids during meals, as this dilutes gastric juices and hinders digestion. Prefer to consume liquids 30 minutes before or an hour after eating. And don't forget to maintain a regular sleep routine and practice physical exercise, which are powerful allies of gut health. Daily 30-minute walks, yoga, and light aerobic exercises are great for stimulating blood flow to the digestive organs and improving peristalsis. And the results? They come quickly. Improved digestion, reduced bloating and gas, more energy, boosted immunity, healthier skin, and even more balanced weight. All of this starts with a healthy gut. And the best part, these changes not only transform your physical health, but also improve your mood and quality of life. Imagine waking up with more energy, without that bloated feeling, and with more radiant skin. All of this is possible when you take care of your gut. And it's not just talk, folks. Scientific studies prove the importance of gut microbiota. Research published in renowned journals shows that a fiber-rich diet and the use of probiotics can reduce inflammation and improve metabolism. Intermittent fasting, for example, promotes autophagy, a cellular cleaning process that benefits the gut and other organs. A study published in the journal Cell Metabolism showed that intermittent fasting can reduce inflammation and promote intestinal regeneration. Another study, published in the Journal of Gastroenterology, highlighted that fiber-rich diets increase bacterial diversity, reducing inflammation and improving metabolism. And now let's debunk some myths. Not all probiotics work the same way. It's important to choose the right one for your needs. And supplements alone don't solve everything. The foundation of a healthy gut is a balanced diet. Another myth: drinking water during meals is not as harmless as it seems. It can hinder digestion, so prefer to drink liquids 30 minutes before or an hour after eating. And more, the absence of symptoms doesn't always mean your gut is healthy. Often, the imbalance in the microbiota can be silent, manifesting in problems like fatigue, low immunity, or even depression. Transforming your gut health doesn't happen overnight, but every small change makes a big difference. Plan your meals, monitor your symptoms, and above all, listen to your body. So, which practice will you start today? Have you tried any natural method to improve gut health? Tell us in the comments if you want to delve even deeper. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and follow our next videos. Until next time, God bless you.